Good afternoon, Denzel. Today we will be explaining to you how this eThekwini Municipality app works. So, first and foremost, let's have a look at the main menu and the navigation. This main menu and navigation will take you to either report an issue or explore events. Let's go ahead and report an issue. As you can see, we can now submit another one, or we can view the status of our issues. We can see that it has a time, it has an ID, it has a category, and it has a description for the issue that you created with the image. It also gives you the location. Let's go ahead and look at our events. Local events uses a stack and queue to use information as a data structure. Here we can categorize, or we can have a filter to find information via, let's say for example, latest date. This will show you the latest dates of which the events are happening. You can also then have a look at the earliest dates. This will give you the earliest dates of when the events are happening. All of this utilizes a stack, queue, and priority queues for its data structure. For the local events and announcements, we are using a hash table and data dictionary to help filter via category. For example, if a user wants to filter via category, they can filter via the different categories that you have, like public safety and education, and you can see the different amounts of events that are showing up. For example, we can have recreation, and this will show recreation as well. Let's go ahead and change it to all categories, right? So we can change our categories, let's say, for example, to environment, and it'll show all the categories via environment, or we can go via education, and you can show all the categories via education. When it comes to understanding how the sets are working to basically filter via date. As I said before, you can filter the The sets work as follows. Sets can work to basically find out which I have the earliest dates and the latest dates. So we have sets in place to make sure that we can filter via which are the earliest dates and which are the latest dates, which we can do here. Here we can filter via the location of the communities, and we can see where we have the latest events. For example, we can filter via all the different areas that we have in, in Durban or eThekwini. And here we will see all the different events that we have. For example, we can have a look at Dulagoon, or we can have a look at Chatsworth Community Hall, or we can have a look at Durban Beachfront, and we can see all the different local events for the different areas. Last but not least, you now will see, based on your search history, what are the different categories that you, or the events that you are looking at. You will have, and you will see that you will have your search history, basically to show all your recommendations from the searches that you've been making. From all of these searches, you will be seeing what are the last but not least, we have the ability to create an event for we have the ability to create an event that allow us to show events. When you clone the repo, the first thing you'll have to do is press .NET run. Once you put in this command, it will then take you to the Swagger UI. Here you will have our municipality API that is running. Here we have all the operations that are working within our API. For example, now you can see that we have basically a stack for the events and queues, and we have data dictionaries that allow us to see how we can get the events. For example, the search, data dictionaries to help our API work better. All we have to do is we have to open our local host and we have to change to this directory. You have to go to the Swagger directory and it'll open up in Swagger for you. Open up the front end. All you have to do is cd into the Next.js directory and you press npm run dev. You will then be able to click on this link. Click on the link, you'll be taken here and you'll be able to see all the application.